Alright guys, so I wanted to make a quick screen grab video for y'all. If you don't know, I actually used to train social media marketing whenever I was at Keller Williams. This is one of the slideshows that I made for that social media training. Now a lot of it's probably going to be out of date. This is, I think, 3 years old now, and of course Facebook and social media, it's changing every day. If you don't keep up with it, it'll get away from you, but bear with me, using a free screen grab software. So I've got to make this video quick. I'm just going to kind of run through the presentation that I made and kind of show you what was going on there. So why Facebook for real estate marketing? I was talking with Donna briefly about this the other day, about traffic and why we seem to think that things are down. These days with all the technology we have out there with Zillow and Trulia and Realtor.com and all these different things, by the time people come to our models, I think they've probably already searched us a lot. So we've got to focus on getting out in front of the people digitally, I think. One of the tools we can use to do that is Facebook or social media marketing. Just a couple of quick facts there. These are old stats, probably higher now, but 72% of online American adults use Facebook. If you do the math, America's got over 300 million population. That's about 200 million Facebook users. Powerful ad tools. Ad tools, of course, you have to do this through your business page, and of course you have to pay for those. Facebook nowadays, especially with real estate marketing, they want you to pay to be seen. They don't give it to you for free anymore. There's lots of different reasons for that, but one of those being that we have to adhere to different guidelines than, say, somebody selling some diet shake or something like that. Increase your sphere of influence. This is a great one. I always like to give the example that I'm not personal friends with Ivan Spinner. I'm sure some of you actually are, but guys like Ivan Spinner or George Corchis, who used to be the CEO of the Beau Rivage, not personal friends with those guys, but I am Facebook friends. And a lot of times whenever I make posts on Facebook, I'll actually see those guys going to Facebook and liking those posts. So that's pretty cool. It's a way to increase your sphere of influence and increase your reach. Organic traffic, this is the one that we really like because it's free. Organic means that it came to your page without you having to pay to have somebody send it there. Lots of different tips and tricks. I'll go over a couple of those in just a minute. And then paid traffic and ads for marketing. Those actually will be done through your business page, which I think all of us probably have set up by now. Important stuff to go over first, and of course all this we need to run it all by Donna, but always stay in compliance of MREC and federal guidelines when advertising or marketing to Facebook. One of the reasons I got kind of away from marketing on Facebook as much is because we had a MREC investigator tell us that the number one way he predicted that people would be losing their license or getting suspended would be through violations of advertising on Facebook and or social media, so be careful. Always make sure you're including your realtor designation. Set up your Facebook page the same way that Kaylee showed you in the meeting that we had, and know that all of that stuff, if you're going to do it on your personal page, it needs to be at the top of any post. If they have to click the little see more ... at the bottom of your post in order to get the fact that you are a realtor to come up, then it's considered a blind ad, and of course you can get dinged for those. If you got any questions about legality, always consult with Donna. And I put on here rules changes coming soon, but again, this is an old slideshow. This was right whenever they were getting ready to make a lot more rule changes, so ignore that. Organic traffic building, great ways to build your organic traffic or get more people to come to your page. One of those is to add friends daily. Maximum number of friends you can have is 5,000. That's a lot. Make it a goal to get there, add a couple of people every day. One thing not to do is to go try to add like 20 people in one day, because Facebook will put you in jail for that. They'll think you're some kind of spammer or a computer bot or something like that. So just do a couple a day. Try to expand your reach. Interact on new people's pages daily. This will increase what used to be called edge rank. I don't think they call it edge rank anymore, but a good example of edge rank would be if you notice, if you go to Facebook and it seems like every day you see the same 10 or 12 or 15 people's posts every day, that's because Facebook has a big algorithm where they calculate and they try to figure out who they think is important to you, and they push the important people toward the top. That way you see posts from them. One way to increase the number of people that you see and the number of people that just see you is to actually just go interact with them. If you know that you have a friend on Facebook you haven't seen pop up in a while, just go to your friends list, actively search them out, and go to their page and maybe like a couple of photos or make a comment, something like that. Try to do that with a couple of people every day. This will increase what used to be called edge rank. I don't think it's called that anymore, but it'll get you seen by more people. The next one, this is one of my favorites, called the whip effect. I actually learned this from an internet guru that I paid to take his Facebook marketing classes probably 3 or 4 years ago. But it's a great way to stir up some traffic. What you want to do is actually make a post that's going to get a lot of people either liking your post or dropping comments or doing something around it. That'll get more people coming to your page. And I don't know if you guys remember the game, the 6 degrees of separation, but so not only the people that click like on your post or the people that comment on your post will see your next couple of posts that you make on there. So not only those people, but people that are friends with those people. So great example of a whip effect post. If you got a cute kid like I do, and you drop something on there about the cute kid, or if you find a gem like this one I found yesterday, before Snapchat and Instagram was around, this is where you showed off your shoes or your outfit, never forget where you came from. I put this one on here specifically because it was going to be a whip post. I wanted to get a lot of people talking about it. So far on this one, I've gotten 22 comments altogether, and what's that, 76 likes. So that's pretty good for me. That's a lot of traffic. So what you want to do after something like this has got a lot of traffic. So now all these people that commented and liked or did whatever are going to see your next few posts. So try to make sure to drop something business related. So I went in up above it and of course put our Home for the Holidays post here today. So now hopefully all those people that interacted with the pencil sharpener post are going to see this one and remember that I'm still in business and I want to sell them a house. So that is called whip effect. Syndicate group is something I don't really do anymore, but to give you a quick breakdown on that, what I used to have, it was a group of 6 of us. It was like myself, I was a real estate agent, we had an insurance agent, we had a mortgage loan officer, we had a home inspector. We were all in this secret Facebook group, and anytime one of us wanted to get something out, we would put it in the secret group. And the rule on being in the secret group was anything that got put in the group, everybody in the group had to share it. So it was a good way to get multiple people sharing your information. Say I had a hot new listing I wanted to get out, and so I could drop a link to the hot new listing and say, hey guys, please go share this. So then the insurance agent would share it, and the mortgage officer would share it, and the home inspector would share it, and vice versa. Maybe the mortgage officer had a great new loan program they wanted to get out, so they would drop it in the group, and all of us would share it. But those are called syndicate groups. That really don't do that anymore. It's a lot of work. The rules on the group are everything that goes into the group needs to get shared by everybody in the group. So it got to be a lot to follow. So we kind of broke up, but that was pretty cool. And then video. So the rules on Facebook, the way that Facebook ranks the importance of posts are, if you have a Facebook post that is just a single line of text, just like, hey, it's Matt heading to lunch. Facebook thinks that's not very important at all, not very likely to get seen. If you have a post that has like a paragraph of text, hey, I'm Matt, I'm going to lunch, I'm going to go by the new Mexican restaurant, it's Taco Tuesday, think I'll get some tacos and maybe a margarita. Facebook will think that's a little more important than the one sentence post, and it'll make that post to more people. Slightly above that is going to be anything that has a photo. They'll think that's more important than stuff that just has single line or a paragraph. Then above the photo would be something that has multiple photos, maybe a carousel or 3 or 4 or 5 pictures. But then the most important post that Facebook recognizes is the live post where you're actually doing a live video. So that's a great way to make sure that more people see it. If you want to get out and go maybe tour your houses and do a live video from it, it'll make sure lots of people see that. Paid ads and paid marketing, I think we all went and made business pages. If you have at least 30 likes now or on your business page, you can do paid marketing. Facebook has changed the rules for realtors or anybody doing real estate services. We actually have to go through what's called the ad manager. You can't do paid ads through your phone anymore like we used to. You actually have to go into the paid ads. This could be a whole nother like 20 or 30 minute video just on talking about this. If you want to dive a little deeper into the paid ads, hit me up. But basically what I used to do is if I had a new listing, I would put a paid ad on Facebook with a link to my new listing. There would be a Facebook lead capture link on there where I could actually capture their name, phone number, and email address, hopefully. I actually paid for a website called Zapier to zap all their information into my CRM so that I could drop them in there, shoot them emails, give them calls, whatever I needed to do to keep them in the system until I could squeeze a deal out of them, hopefully. But those are all done through paid ads, and Facebook has a lot of power with that. I think Kaylee does some. I see some Facebook squeeze pages that pop up every now and then with D.R. Horton stuff on it that I think Kaylee must be doing for us. And that's what this whole last slide was going to be about, is paid ads. That's the real money maker. That Facebook, if you're in the real estate business, Facebook wants you to pay to be seen. The problem with Facebook leads, and this data is probably out of date too, but Facebook lead conversion is pretty low at the time I made this. We were saying around 3%. I've actually heard it's as low as 1% now. So it's a numbers game. You have to have ads running. You have to have leads coming in. Famous saying by Gary Keller, who founded Keller Williams, is if you don't have leads, you don't got nothing. So this was just a way to keep leads coming in, so you always have something in the tank that you can try to be nurturing and developing into a client. Nowadays, you do have to use Ads Manager to build real estate ads. So Ads Manager is, again, it's very big and very complex. You can build audiences targeted towards certain areas or demographics. You have to be careful with that in real estate now so that you don't seem like you're being discriminatory, but it's got a lot of power. It's very good stuff. And then for whatever reason, just always, I dropped this in there on this last bullet point. Whenever I would set my ads to spend $20 a day, I always had better results. I don't know what it was. If you set it at 19, it just seemed to not be as good. If you set it at 5, you wouldn't get hardly anything. But $20 a day was like the sweet spot. You could set it for $20 a day, run this ad. What I usually did was kickstart mine to start on like a Friday around lunch, and then I would turn it back off Monday around breakfast time. Collect ads over the weekend, and then nurture those guys and try to get something set up with them during the week. But anyway, just thought I'd put this out there since I know we're trying to focus more on the social media thing. May or may not help you. I may not have told you anything new. You guys probably already knew a lot of this, but it may be valuable to some of you that don't use Facebook as much. So apologize for the voice. I'm kind of battling a little bit of a cold. Hope y'all are having a great day. Sell some houses.